What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we actually have an interesting deck. We have Vanquish Soul Ashened going up against Speedroids on the right. The Ashen archetype did just get a new fusion monster that was leaked in Spanish. I think it was like the Vados plus 2 level 9 or lower monsters. I think they might have been like fire monsters. I don't really know. But it's like something whatever your opponent does. Or one of your cards makes it so that you can use it. Pretty cool here. Before we dive in, over like, comment, subscribe. We are going to be Speedroids winning the die roll here, going with a normal summon of Marble Machine, going for that card turbo. Card turbo can summon itself out because we control a wind. We're going to go right into the Link 2. The Link 2 is going to be the copy of Speedroid Barband Shooter. That's going to be able to activate the effects, banishing for cost, most likely a level 7, to do the yo-yo alongside the Terratop. We are going to be seeing the Terratop plus D double yo-yo here. This is the very standard combo, going into your Link and then being able to do this. You choose a random one. Of course, the yo-yo. Double yo-yo is just way better. And we do get the double yo-yos to the hand here. So we're going to see the Terratop hitting the grave. And then we get to have the additional normal summon going for that double yo-yo, which can bring back the Terratop. Terratop can then summon out, or add the copy of Tacky Tomborg here, which we can then special summon itself out, activating the effect, and we can go for a copy of the dice. We can then modulate levels, and we can then synchro summon into a copy of the Cork Shooter, which can then bring back both of the materials here. Very nice for us. And we're going to be then synchroing something off away into the Wing Pegasus. Then we can synchro summon once again into a copy of the Baron. For a second there, I thought we had double Crystal Wing set up, but choosing to go for a Baron instead. Oh, because we have Speed Recovery, okay. So I can bring back out the dice. Then we're going to go for the Fast Wing here. Now we're just going to pass turn on this. Okay. Not having any hand traps, but they do have like the Bestials in their deck. I know that. They call this like the Dark Soul deck. So we're going to start off with Stake Your Soul, revealing the copy of Vados. Yeah, we're told it's like the Dark Soul type deck. I don't really know 100% what the deck does in Tice, but I know there is copies of Bestials in there. I guess we can see a little bit of a look. I think we saw Dimension Shifter as well. Super Poly, Nibs, Ashes. So we're going to see Borger being here summoned. We do have a Talents in the hand as well. So we can activate the effect revealing a dark to draw one card. A pretty nice little upstart there without making our opponent gain any life points. I feel like there could have been a world where we did Baron negate that to destroy it, but then they have to have another monster in the hand to go for it. And all we saw was Vados so far, so that'd be like 3 unknowns. We're going to go for a rock here, and now we have just essentially everything that we need. We are going to be fast winging this. And we then summon out a copy of Razin. And we're going to... So yeah, good thing we didn't Baron negate that, because it would have been kind of punished. We are Baron negating the copy of Raisin, though. It's going to let us have the talents for free here. They do read the Wing Pegasus in the graveyard, which is a important card. We're going to see talents to take the Baron here. And they're just asking if they have the negate. I believe it says once while face up, and it hasn't left the field yet. So it does not have the negate, because it does say you can use this effect once while face up. I think just pulling out a Baron right here. Yeah. Once per turn, you can target one field once while face up on the field and a card effect is activated. Yeah, so you can't do it because it just says once while face up on the field. But you can do the pop. So we're going to be popping with the Baron here. And then we are going to be then activating the Wing Pegasus alongside the Fast Swing, putting it in the Pendulum Scale. And then we are going to be able to destroy that copy of the Rock. The Rubber Band Shooter is going to get beat over by the copy of Barone, and we're taking some life points here. And then we can activate the Awakening of Vados. I believe this searches us. I don't exactly know what these cards do, to be honest. I don't think they're very... I mean, I probably should read it before the next set comes out, to be honest, because we will be getting some newer cards, but we're going to be placing a field spell to our opponent's side of the field, and then we can activate the effect of Vados to blow up. So we now have 2 Vadoses in the hand, alongside a trap. Is that evenly matched? It is evenly matched, okay. We're going to set one. And Vados will summon itself up by destroying the field spell here. Then we're going to be changing it over to our opponent's side of the field during the end phase. And this is passing turn on this. I wonder what the point of that exactly was, what the field spell really does for us. We're going to Barone effect to pop here. And we're going to flip up the trap, which when this card's activated, you can either add a Vados or Dragon Extinction or one Ashen Monster from your graveyard to your hand. But we're choosing not to do that, maybe because we already had the one in the hand there, and they only play 2 perhaps. And the other effects like to steal your copy of Vados that your opponent has. We're going to Speedroid Recovery, add back the Yo-Yo, and then double Yo-Yo can normal summon to add its add card back here. And like we have the evenly matched in the hand, so then we can synchro away for copy of Shanbara. And if we just turn the Vados to attack, is that not just enough for game? We're going to be boosting the attack here, and then, yeah, this is just going to be enough for game, so we just scoop it up there, realizing that we have lost that evenly matched in their hands, not going to save us. It's interesting that we see, like, evenly matched in the deck alongside some of those other cards, like Vados, the Bestials, and then, of course, the Ash and Nib and stuff like that. But Speedroids is an interesting deck. You know, it doesn't have a field spell, so Vados is not going to be as powerful. I wonder what the side patterns are for this. Like, when you craft a deck like this on your own, a lot of the times your side patterns are going to be, like, a little bit different or even more specific. And then you're playing against, like, a rogue deck like Speedroids. Like, what do you really do against this deck? You know, Bestials don't do anything. You could potentially play, like, a kind of like Vanquish Soul Control, you know, by destroying some of those cards in certain zones. But we often saw them, like, playing, like, 2 copies of, Pendulums as well, so if they don't really know what the Speedroid deck does, they could actually assume that there is more Pendulum cards, and then play like into around the Pendulum zone, trying to destroy the spells and traps. And really, this deck does not Pendulum Summon ever. I've never seen Speedroid's Pendulum Summon once in my life. So it could be like a little bit of a trick. That's why like the important part of when you do play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is like you do know your opponent's deck. It gives you an advantage. You know, having the knowledge to know what certain decks do definitely helps you out because you're not like struggling to see what do I want to stop. But I guess in this case, both decks here have a bit of a hard time. But we're going to see Speedroids actually being forced to go first here, which is very interesting. I wonder if they have a... Oh, okay. We see a D-Shifter being dropped, and then on res, also a Droll going to be chained here, which is going to be very impactful for this. You know, not going to be able to add anything else. But they do have the Birth, which can summon itself from the graveyard. But we did see a lot of those graveyard manipulations there with Speedroid Recovery, as well as the like double Yo-Yo, bringing back out and stuff like that. So we're going to see them go into a copy of the Wind Charmer here. And then Wind can actually take the copy of the Droll. We're going to be playing Birth. Birth can summon back out the Unicorn. And then we're going to go for a copy of Appaloosa here. A 3-mana Appaloosa could very well be good enough here. Then we are going to be cutting and just passing on this, but we are going to be seeing a copy of Magnemite going to be activated, and they are going to be negating that there. Or we're not going to be negating it. We're going to activate the effect. And we're going to chain Ash, but we are under Droll. Oh, wow. Yeah, that Ash was definitely a misplay. We're going to normal summon with the Raisin, activate the effect. It's going to hit with another Ash. Yeah, we're just burning cards there. What were we thinking? I mean, we probably should have just gone Baron, actually. If we had double Ash, we could have just gone normal summon Ash, Baron, bring back out, have the Unicorn Baron, and still have another Ash. We're going to be seeing the battle phase and dealing some damage. And we don't really want to link away with our Vanquish Soul stuff here. We have an Ash of our own and then a Caesar. So we're going to go Caesar, bounce. And we're just going to pass on this. We're going to go Birth. Birth can bring back out that copy of the Unicorn. We're going to read the Caesar here. Zoning is also very important. You know, if you guys never played against Mech Knights way back in the day, that's kind of like the first zone type deck. It's definitely important now. You know, most of your zones are not safe, especially when you play against Vanquish Soul. You know, having that Rising and be able to destroy cards in the same column, as well as Panthera being your spell and traps. And we are going to see them normal summon out a Mourner here. Then we're going to be synchroing away for a Baron. And then we can activate the Baron effect to pop the Caesar if we want to. They only know one of the cards in the hand, which we are going to be popping the Caesar there with the Baron. We're going to battle phase attack over, dealing 400 damage. And then, or 500 damage, I should say. And just pass turn on this with one additional card in hand. And we could have had a copy of Ash in hand as well here. We're going to Lightning Storm on the Baron. It's going to be negated with the Baron. We're going to get the normal summon with the Raisin, activate the effect. And then we're going to be searching for a copy of Mad Love. And then they're going to go effect to destroy by revealing the Ash and then a Dark. We're going to then go into a Rock. A Rock effect can then summon back out the copy of Mad Love from our hand. And then we're going to be able to activate the effect, searching for a spell, either continue or the other one there. But searching for a continue, which is going to allow us to pay 500 and continue to play quite literally. We can just hear maybe poke. We're going to see a continue on the copy of Caesar. We pay that 500. Caesar effect will be bouncing the Mad Love, summoning itself out. Then we can go battle phase and attack with that Caesar. And just pass turn on this. And we have an Ash in the hand to stop really anything that they do have. So we're in a good shape. We're going to go Birth once again, bringing out the Unicorn. And we did see a little bit of a panic with those zones. You probably want to summon it into a zone that your opponent can't not summon into. Because if they do want to summon out a copy of... I guess they can't really summon out. You're kind of protected from Raisin right now because you know it's in the graveyard. We do have a Dark and a Fire here. We're just going to pass turn on this because we have to attack into the Caesar and our monster's not big enough. So they're going to activate the effect and they're going to DD Crow the copy of Raisin here. And then we are going to be able to activate the effect of Unicorn. You're going to be able to peep that extra deck here. And this might be the actually most important thing of this duel. I'm going to be able to look at that extra deck and see what they do have. And they are going to be banishing the Typhon. It should be banished face down, but I don't think it's going to matter. They do summon out the copy of Mad Love. And then they're just going to go battle phase, attack. And attack with Mad Love. We're going to another Ash as well here. We're then going to go into a Phoenix. Phoenix is going to be activate its effect, discarding the copy of Ash. We're going to get an additional draw as well because of the fact that It is co-linked. We have Stake Your Soul to reveal Ash, and it's going to be something like a Raisin, and then we just scoop it up there, realizing we have lost the game. I definitely think there was a bit of a misplay, especially like with Appaloosa and the double Ash. Like, if we would have went for Baron plus Unicorn plus Ash is really good. We would have had Ash, and then would have drawn to a Mourner, and then like would have also had DD Crow. So it's like, that's just the problem, right? When you're playing against a deck, we saw lots of monster effects from their side. So like they're trying to like, okay, well, I want to have multiple monster effects over an Omni, which definitely makes sense to me. But we are going to be diving on into Game 3 with the Speedroid deck. Going to be able to choose who's going to go first or second, and this is like a big important thing here. So are they going to make their opponent choose to go first, and do their opponent think they're going to make them go first there with those copies of evenly, or are we going to choose to go second? Are we going to choose to go first ourselves and try to set up a better of a board? It's like when you play those types of going second tricky strategies like that, it's just like, are you really tricking yourself into like, yeah, you're tricking your opponent, but you're also tricking yourself into Game 3. We're going to see them choose to go first there because we see a copy of Anti-Spell. So we're going to get hit with a D-Shifter right off the bat here. A very powerful card, but almost as powerful as... We'll also be a DD Crow in the hand there too. Almost as good as Anti-Spell here. We're going to see a triple set pass. Wow. Draw for turn. In the draw phase, we will see a copy of Anti-Spell being flipped face up. Now, this used to be a copy of what's it called? Imperial Order before, when it was at 1, but unfortunately David has relied on only using Anti-Spell because the card's hit. So we're going to go into the Razin, searching for a copy of the Caesar here. Maybe already having Panthera to be able to summon itself out. I'm not too sure. We're going to summon it with the Caesar, and then we're going to go battle phase, attack, just be able to poke. You don't have to do that much damage, when you are in a position like this. You can just slowly chip down your opponent's life points. We're in a very slow game state. Not to mention, they also can't activate their spells unless those two face downs are spells as well. Stake Your Soul was not set here, which is very interesting to me. Passing turn once again. Shifter was no longer alive as well. Looks like we bricked here. We're in the normal summon with the Raisin. Activate the effect once again. And this is going to get hit with a copy of Ash. So the last card in hand is the DD. There's two cards in hand. Okay, so one's DD Crow, and then one is another card here. And then we're just going to scoop it up there, realizing we have lost the game. Going to be able to go battle phase Burger. And that was just going to be game itself. We have a Talents and then another copy of Anti-Spell alongside the DD Crow and a Red Eyes Dice here. So we are going to be seeing the Ashen deck going to be taking the win with that Vanquish Soul turn 3 combo. Or I guess Vanquish Soul game 3 combo plays there. But regardless, hope you guys are watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, see more content like this. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.